I'm San. I have a cat. And I'm now a lot more serious about saving the world than I was a year ago. Back in 2018, my life used to be so simple. I would occasionally paint, I would watch David Attenborough's latest documentary series, and I would indulge in funny cat videos. Now it's 2019, and I'm now a lot more serious than I was, because saving the world actually requires so much seriousness. All I can talk about is the climate crisis, colonization, and cats. Reflecting back, in 2012, I actually set up a Natural Sciences Society in my high school as a call for nerds, revolutionaries, and visionaries. Its motto was, "Let's save the world," and its logo was a sketch of David Attenborough's face. I was definitely onto something. And I had a lot more time to watch funny cat videos. We know, well, most of us know, that colonization and slavery is actually really bad. Like, the cause of the climate crisis bad. And I don't know about you guys, but I feel like the climate crisis and ecological crisis has now colonized my brain. Does anybody else here feel that way? Yeah! Thank fuck I'm not alone. This new colonizer has imposed its culture of being green, inspired me to protest in the streets, and makes me feel guilty every time I go on Skyscanner because I really need to drink from a coconut on a beach. I've even bought a second-hand bike. And now I'm wondering if the greenie I've bought this bike from has found an even greener form of transport. And I'm now destroying the planet by cycling to work. Are my tires shedding microplastics? I just don't know anymore. I'm now living in fear. Fear from the societal violence which will arise from food shortages and drought. And fear of the brutal new wave of land colonization that's happening. And fear that societal collapse will impact my ability to watch funny cat videos. Can you imagine if the climate and ecological crisis started colonizing the minds of cats? To enforce a global green agenda. Climate crisis, colonize cats. Here to keep us in line and feline. Think about it. Maybe we need cats to judge us with their tiny cat faces every time we make a decision that jeopardizes nature, people, and planet. Who here has a cat? So these climate crisis colonized cats, they would insist you serve them vegan, locally grown cat food. They would mobilize cat revolutions that poop out tree seedlings for guerrilla gardening. And they would glue themselves to Big Ben until us humans have created a global and just Green New Deal. We'll be under the scrutiny, tyranny, and environmentally friendly whims of cats. Much like most of the world, under the scrutiny, tyranny, and unfriendly whims of the British in the days of empire. Even today, I think our minds are still colonized. Because the climate crisis is a racial crisis that continues to position those in Western countries and the future of those in Western countries. Let me prove it. When we think of climate solutions, do we really consider the indigenous and local communities in Latin America fighting for their land against mining and deforestation corporations so that we can have our electric vehicles, our wind farms, our housing renovations, or even our mobile phones? Or how about those in Mozambique who will continue to have their lives compromised despite their emissions being 1% of the UK, their emissions per capita being 1% of the UK? Or the millions in South Asia who will continue to struggle despite being in a water crisis today? Here's my solution. When we design climate solutions today, here's my solution. To remind us of the climate reality, I propose that we give every home in the developed West a big, fluffy, brown, climate crisis rescued cat. Maybe from somewhere like India or Bangladesh or Mozambique. Cat owners, can I get a meow? So, I'm brown. I hope you notice. Yep, that's right. My full name is Serena Kaya Solanki. I am a second-gen migrant, India Gujarati, Ugandan, woman, British born, pronouns she, her, they, them. Yes, I have identity issues. Like, do I want Earl Grey tea in the morning, or do I want to spend 20 minutes making chai? Or can I ask for chili flakes on my Sunday roast? As I've learned in pubs, most pubs do not have chili flakes. Being a part of a diaspora community in the UK can be pretty difficult sometimes. When I'm encountered with Western naivety, I use my overcompensated British kindness to calm myself the fuck down. If you don't mind, is it okay? Would you consider maybe investing a little bit of interest, but only if you have the time, to actively listen to other cultures and dismantle your systemic forms of oppression, please. This got me thinking. There needs to be a code word, which some people in the West can't handle. The reality that we can't handle yet. And this code word is spicy. Let's admit it, most people in the West can't really handle spice. The next time that I'm in a pub and someone talks about the good old days before the immigrants came, I'm just going to reply, can you handle spice? Can you handle this spice? Because Serena Kaya Solanki is spicy. And as much as I want to kindly share, that we're in a climate apocalypse and there's going to be billions of climate refugees, I have to ease into it. Let's start with mildly spicy. Like the fact in 2050 there's going to be more plastic in the ocean than fish. Can you handle the spice? Or the fact that our plastic and recycling is being dumped in countries like Malaysia. Can you handle the spice? Because this is a spicy reality, and not a tasty one. It's like putting hot sauce on Weetabix. That's gross. So, summer has been really difficult. I don't know about you wonderful sustainability advocates, but when you go to barbecues, it's really hard to stay present, enjoy the moment, and be okay with all the plastic. The plastic straws, the plastic cutlery, the plastic cups, the plastic plates. Yeah, it can be really difficult sometimes. Sorry. At my family barbecues, my family purposely delegate me tasks that involve me touching or being exposed to plastic. My family members then record me and send these videos into our WhatsApp family group. The lols, haha, hee-hees, look at her touching plastic. My family is so spicy. When I'm in conversation with people and a plastic knife catches my eye, I immediately disengage from the conversation, stare into the void of the impending climate apocalypse, and imagine this plastic knife just drifting through the ocean and violently stabbing a turtle. So we've managed to find a few alternatives to plastic cutlery. We've got bamboo alternatives, we've had bringing our own metal cutlery, but how about if this solution has been around for thousands of years in South Asia? In South Asia, we eat with chapatis. Yeah, we've got solutions. Eating with your hands can be a real skill, especially using chapatis. I think you can get certified for it in the West now. So I do have a message. Let's all increase our tolerance to spice, for our ever-changing environmental and social reality, for working creatively, equitably, and respectfully with other cultures to design solutions for all of us, and for finding friendly homes for climate crisis judgmental brown spicy cats. To transform our behavior so we can all thrive. And for my cat people, when you go home, please leave a bottle of glue next to your cat's food bowl. They will know what's coming. Thank you and good night.